Giving thanks and praise, it's a must. Lord and mercy. Dance a must. What I'm saying? Let's have a jolly good time.
Everybody in the house, can you shout for me one time now?
So what?
Greetings in the name of Jah Rastafari. Now, basically, I want to say hi to everyone, and I want to explain this type of thing, that's this catastrophe that I'm showing you here on this YouTube page. It's called the Israelites. Haile Selassie is not Christ, and Rastafarianism is garbage. And what they're saying here is total nonsense. And I'm going to explain to you that Rastafari is not Rastafarianism. We don't believe in isms or schisms. So they need to get their information, their misinformation that they're putting about us is crap. They need to go ahead and get re-educated on what Rastafari is about. See, I'm gonna let y'all know that long time I've been practicing Rastafari. I've been practicing it since I was a kid. It doesn't mean that I don't believe in God. Rastafari means Yahweh, Jah. Look up the word in the Bible. If you guys want me to go ahead and just spell it out and show you, because I think some of you guys are so illiterate and so ignorant and think that Rastafari is to worship Selassie. We don't worship Selassie. If you are Rastafari and you claim to worship Selassie, that means you're an idiot and you are misinformed. The reason why we put Rastafari as a name based off the name that's Selassie. Selassie changed his name to Haile Selassie. If you notice, he was born as Rastafari. But Rastafari means we're fighting against the struggle. I mean, I could even break it down like in an acronym what Rastafari can mean, because Rastafari is not religious. It is basically a way of life, a culture. It's spiritual. We believe in God. We believe Yahweh means God. We do know that word. We do study about the Israelites. We read the Bible. We learn other things. Rastafari is not. It's like we choose to believe in God, but we believe in God as one in the power and the spirit. As far as we don't go to church every Sunday and all that mess and believe that is the day. We believe in the seventh day, which is Saturday. But a lot of us got to work. A lot of us in real life, in reality, we're in a Babylon system, right? And those of you who don't know what a Babylon system is, it basically means that we're in a government system, a new world order, Illuminati. That's what the word Babylon means. A lot of people don't know that Rastafari has. Like me as a Rastafari, I read a lot of books. I do a lot of studying. And I have been to one of these Hebrew, I can't explain the word. They're not religious either. They're the same. They're pretty much the same as Rastafari because they don't believe in religion. They believe in, we look at like the same stuff they're talking about. We talk about all the time. And it's going to be hard to explain that because a lot of them don't want to meet up with Rastafari to understand what it's really about. They attack all Rastafari because they see the few that are louder speaking foolishness about, oh, Selassie is God, oh, Selassie are God, all that stupid stuff, right? Any Rastafari that would tell me that, I can have the right to cut off his hair and cut his locks, because that's not true. Growing the locks is a set of wisdom. Jesus Christ had locks. And Jesus Christ's real name was Yahshua, just like the same thing they say, right? And they draw a picture of Jesus and Moses and all of them with woolly hair, the same way that we Rastafari see. The same way we Rastafari see how some people call him Jesus Christ or Jesus Christ, but his name is really Yahshua. You can go look it up and find out for yourself the real name of the Messiah. We believe in Yahshua. And also, I don't have a problem with Muslim, anybody who believes in Islam or Muslim, anything like that, because some of the stuff that Muslims talk about are good, they're okay, but I don't agree with everything they say, but better than, it's better than what other religions have been trying to install in our heads into slavery and to keep us stupid. But the next clip, I'm going to reply to this video because I'm very upset. Here we have it right here with King Saul. This is the first king. Now look what it says right here. According to the Hebrew Bible, Saul was the first king of a united kingdom of Israel and Judah. Remember, the African American people are Judah. Israel is all of us. That's the Israelites. Israel is Jacob, in case those of you guys don't know. Okay, his reign traditionally placed in the late 11th century before Christ. That's what that means. But that's not what the word actually stands for, but it was before the time of Christ. Would have marked a transition from a tribal society to statehood. So basically, if you look at this, King Saul does come from the tribe of Benjamin. Here it is right here. I mean, you can see it right here where it says King Saul and a member of the tribe of Benjamin. He comes from the tribe of Benjamin, and that tribe of Benjamin is the Jamaicans today. So you got to remember, the Jamaicans were the first ever king of Israel. Technically, the future Jamaicans would be the first. I should say the first king of Israel is one of the forefathers of Jamaicans today. So we were the first kings ever. We became king long before African American Judah tribe became the king of Israel. So you got to realize that they became it right after us. There's a connection between Benjamin and Judah. A lot of people do not see this. So what I'm trying to explain here, these guys are wrong. Or what they were trying to say about how Rastafarianism is wrong. And we even know that. Like, as a Rastafari, I already know that I come from Benjamin because I come from the island of Jamaica. Well, my mom and dad do, but I don't. I'm born in England, but still I'm of Jamaican descent. So that makes me of Benjamin. And I already knew this for years. I've been knowing this for years. And I'm trying to tell everybody that should know. And I know that African Americans are of the tribe of Judah, just like how I know the Puerto Ricans, the so-called Puerto Ricans, are of the tribe of Ephraim. And I think I may just delve in. That's kind of awesome how there are videos depicting that, but there need to be more to show, because I even found proof that shows that they are these tribes. I actually have the proof, and I'm not going to go too much into that, but I just wanted to show you something about it. Okay, in the next clip, I'm definitely going to respond to this video. I just wanted to show you parts and clips to get to the real bottom of everything. And I'm going to summarize it and end it here. Because this video that they made is atrocious. It's beyond atrocious, and it's mean, and it's harsh. It's like basically saying that all Christians are rapists, murderers, and slave masters. It's like basically saying that even though Christianity is not a perfect religion, and it was originally created by black people anyway too as well, but it got taken over by Europeans. But it's like a long way to explain so much about history, but because I've been doing a lot of reading, I know the facts. All right, here I go in the next clip. You're going to see me respond about this. Greetings and praises in the name of Jah. I just want to say, man, what those guys are doing, man, is mad ridiculous, man. It like, to summarize it all, it kind of angers me that some people will go out their way to just discredit one spiritual belief over another. They basically trying to say they're superior to Rastafari. So I'm gonna tell you something to you guys, and I'm gonna say it in a nice way, in the nicest way possible. You can get 2 of these for talking lies about a belief. If you don't agree with anything I say, because I'm gonna tell you this: all the stuff that you're saying is nonsense and pure garbage. You see what I'm saying? You see this hat represents the land of Ethiopia. It has nothing to do with Selassie. What is under the conquering line of Judah? They keep saying that it's, oh, Selassie. This Ethiopia is where Selassie came from. So it's basically, we're not basing it on Selassie. You're going to keep thinking of that because of what you've seen. But the colors of Ethiopia, if you look at it, go look at the colors. I think you guys have a lot to read about. Who's under the line of Judah? Does it say Selassie on the line of Judah symbol that you see on the Rastafari thing? We know that that Yahshua is the conquering line of Judah. That's what we're singing about in our songs. But you guys don't listen. We always talking about burn down Babylon. And we usually talk about Bati Boy for dying all that about homosexuality, but not all Rastafari. Look at it like that. We look at it like this. Like, far as me, I respect those who want to go ahead and do whatever they want to do. As far as if they want to be gay and do whatever, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's their choice, and I respect them for it. And I respect them for standing up for it. But at the same time, I'm not one of those people that you can come to and say that I'm okay with gay marriage. But if you want to be gay, that's fine with you. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, because at the end of the day, you know, it's up to God. It's not up to me. I don't judge people. You know what I'm saying? It's all about keeping it real, and it's all about respecting one another, no matter what we choose, no matter what path we may pick. So, I mean, whatever direction that we may take should not affect who we are as a person, as long as we believe in Yahweh, right? I mean, that's what we believe in. That's what we as Rastafari believe in. I think it's sad, because it kind of basically hurt my heart that someone would say that about our belief. It kind of makes me angry, because it makes me want to really, in a sense, retaliate. But Yahweh told me not to do it. Jah himself told me not to do it. I'm not going to do it, because why? Because I got bed upstairs in them. They don't have a brain to think that. Because at the end of the day, a lot of Rastafari even talk about the 12 tribes of Israel. Even though there's even a Rastafari 12 tribes of Israel going on in Africa. Why do so many Rastafaris go to Africa? And why are those dumb behind people who consider themselves to be they're the Hebrews, right? They're so empowering, telling people to wake up and do something, right? So why don't you go out there and be an activist like what Sister Kalanji's doing? Guess where Sister Kalanji and a lot of Rastafaris go? Africa. Do any of you guys take up and pack your bags to go to Africa to make Africa better and go back home? No, but you want to go ahead and attack one way of life over another like you're superior. But let me tell you something. To me, if you guys have a problem with us being Rastafari, then you have a problem with me. And if you have a problem with me, then you have a problem with God. And you're going to have to deal with him. Because at the end of the day, you guys are talking racism slangs against white folks, aren't you? You guys are the ones that are racist. You hate someone for the color of their skin. You say, oh, they're the devil. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't be friends with them. I see how you do them. And then you always do it to the nice ones. And you see the racist one that has the power that runs the so-called Illuminati, the Babylon that we talk about in the songs, right? You don't listen to the lyrics in our music, do you? Who do we sing about all the time? Listen to the songs. We always talk about God. We always talk about Yahshua. You know what? And I'm also coming out with music as an artist. I'm an artist, a Rastafari artist, a Rastafari hip-hop artist, a Rastafari R&B artist that believes in God, Yahweh, Jah, because they're all the dams. You know what I'm saying? All of them is one. So if all of y'all have a problem with me speaking the truth to you, it's too bad, because that's what it's going to do, because y'all accuse us saying that we Benjamites are stupid, we're ignorant, and 2/3 of us are going to die. 2/3 of us are smarter than y'all. How I think a lot of us Benjamins come to the United States of America and graduate and do better than y'all numbers. Recently, I posted on my Facebook page that more and more Caribbeans are coming to America to graduate farther than so-called black Americans. And I'm not dissing black Americans, because I love black Americans, especially black American women. But what I'm saying is a point is that you guys put us as Jamaicans like we're idiots. And I'm sick of it. Especially in the movies, y'all depict us as fools. And a lot of times when y'all play our characters and y'all mimic us in movies, y'all make us look like we're stupid and ignorant. You know what I'm saying? We never do that. Look at the movie Rude Boy. We didn't depict African Americans as bad people. We depicted them as friends and everything, hanging out with us and all that. But when y'all did that what's that movie called again with Steven Seagal? Yeah, you had this guy named Screwface who had dreadlocks. He wasn't a real Rastafari. And number two, you can have dreadlocks and not be a Rastafari. Give you an example. Little John. Okay, yeah. You know that guy, right? The one with the dreadlocks and the shades. And then you got 2 Chainz. You got him too, right? Just because they wear dreadlocks doesn't mean that they're Rastafari. They probably don't even have much of an idea what it is, or they may have much of an idea, but they probably don't partake into that. They probably have their own belief. We don't know, because they've never really proclaimed it. They never wear the colors of Rastafari, so I'm not going to accuse them of anything or disrespect them in any manner whatsoever. But what I'm saying, I don't mean no harm to anyone, but at the same time, before you attack a religion, take a look at it first, man. Don't. All right. You guys say, as a matter of fact, I said it wrong, because Rastafari is not a religion. I already clarified that it's a spiritual, but I'm saying a belief. Okay? Trying to get this straight, because y'all, I'm angry. That's why I'm talking like this. I'm so frustrated because you guys put us down and make us like Jamaicans are stupid. Look at the statistic and see how many more Jamaicans than Africa. See how many more. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even use the term. I have to use the term African American in a more broader term, because technically any person that is born in the land of the Americas, which includes the United States, Puerto Rico, any area like that, like if you look at the Caribbean and even South America, that's African American, because they are of African descent, and all of those lands are Americas. Technically, that is true, and they're all natives. They're all natives, and some of them that came, to slavery when you have many of them, but we've been natives for over 400. We've been here for more than 500 years, and so technically, I mean, the term African American is a pretty much a general term to describe people who are of the Americas, because all of the people who are born. All right, I'll give you an example. You had in America, you had the Cherokee, and you had the other tribes, the Navajo tribes, and all the other ones, right? But you also had native Indians that were in the islands as well, just like the Tainos. The Tainos were of Puerto Rico, and then you had the Arawaks that were in Jamaica. So I mean, you guys are they're all related too. I've already studied that they are connected in some way, that those tribes are connected. So we're mixed with some of the Aborigines that were over there. Well, I can't say but they were the first people there. Some Jamaicans have that mixed in them, because we did mix out with the Indians. We still have a lot of Indians that are still there, and we have other Indians from India that come there too as well. So Jamaica is a melting pot, just like America. We're just as mixed as African Americans too of the USA. So I mean, if you look at it, it's all one, but we're putting each other down basically, and it's the stupidest thing that we do. The tightest people should be the African Americans and the Benjamins, as well as the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, the Haitians, all of them. I mean, the things that we got going on is really stupid. I mean, we're looking at each other like we're dumb. And that's so far from the truth. My response is, man, I didn't like what that dude was talking about either. I had to respond to this comment. I know it sounded like I was being very, very mean, but I mean, it angered me because you look at us like we're stupid. And the funniest thing is, you guys don't even know I have a Bible. You guys don't even know that Rastafari read Bible. I have to read the Bible. I know that this Bible's not the perfect truth, especially if you read the King James version, but the real version you would need to read is the Maccabees, the Maccabee Bible, which is the real Hebrew Bible, and it's a very powerful Bible. It had different names to it. I mean, well, there's other Bibles other than Maccabee, but there's so many different versions, but all of them are complete to one book. If you could just find that and translate that, it's great. But don't accuse us in saying that we are believing in Selassie as God. I don't. You're not speaking for the entire Rastafari community. You're definitely not. You're basically just looking at us like we're stupid, and I'm gonna look at you like you're stupid because there's certain things you say about people of other colors. You know what I'm saying? You guys disrespect the so-called whites. So I mean, we don't do that. You got Rastafaris that even come to America that marry white women. It's nothing. But at the same time, I believe in. I love my chocolate honey. I love white women too, but I really, really, I've seen a beautiful African American woman I'm really in love with. I love my sisters, man. I can't really say, but I'm not gonna say I'm not open to white women, but I'm really in love with. I really, really want me an African American woman because that's what I like. They're beautiful. A lot of them are smart and they're doing good things, but they're being abandoned by their own African American men, and it's sad um, that they're treating them the way they're treating them. So I just want to dwell on this topic and be broad. And please don't say things about something that you do not know, because the things that you do not know is going to hurt you in the long run. And I can actually, your argument that you're doing is so invalid that if I were to really, really come at you in a more harder way and attack you, it would make you look so stupid. It would even make you guys look dumber than you look right now, because I'm not saying that your way of life is wrong, because I know that you're not religious. I've been to the NCCI? Yes, I have. Anybody who's known me, I've even had the Rastafari hat when I was in there. They knew that I wasn't going to refute what they were talking about, because I knew that we were on the parallel stage. At first, they thought they thought the same thing you thought, but when we came together, we had a mutual understanding. I still respect the Natural Cultural Center. You know what I'm saying? I respect them, and if I ever go back to ATL, which I would do, I become a regular member of the church because I like what they do every Saturday. I think it's every first Saturday or something. I can't remember, but if I go, I would remember. But I loved it. I loved it. I never forget that experience that I had. I would go back as a Rastafari. We're supposed to connect, just like we're supposed to connect with the Muslims. Even though the Muslims are kind of a sect, I believe that's what they are, a religion. I'm not sure, but we all got to come on the same level, no matter what belief we believe in. At the same time, don't accuse one religion of doing something. Just like how people are saying Islam, all Islam people are jihad terrorists. That's not true. You have the real Islam people and you have the jihad. I have no problem with any of them. I don't want any to gain into cross with any problems with anyone. I just want peace. That's all I'm asking for. And I'm going to keep on doing all that what I'm doing. I'm actually doing music for peace. I'm trying to better the world, man. I'm not trying to sit around here and say that one belief is better than the other, but at the same time, I'm going to say certain stems that are going on in certain religions. Like, for example, you got like with the Catholicism, with fondling the little boys and stuff like that. But at the same time, I have a best friend who is a white woman, and she's a devout Catholic. So you see what I'm saying? That's the point. You can't just attack people and attack people. But in reality, it's how you feel about someone. Before you judge someone, ask them. Find someone who really wholeheartedly believes in the belief that you're attacking. Like, for example, Muslim people were saying Muslim was jihadists and all of them do this and all of them do that, killing people. But I looked at the bottom of it. There's good ones, and then the Islam thing that's going on, the different parts of Islam is like how should I say this? You got the Nation of Islam, which is ran by, I don't want to say the name, but it's ran by somebody, and that somebody is somebody I don't trust. Probably someone like him, you could probably look at as someone you don't trust, but at the same time, for the good that he's doing, I'll support him for that. Sometimes you have to look at that in a good sense, but certain parts of Islam is great, man. But there's bad Islam where they run and kill people, but the Nation of Islam don't do that. And then you have other parts of Islam that don't do that. But it's getting more complicated, and it's starting to new the media, which is called the Illuminati, aka New World Order, aka One World Government in the making, is planning to make us all look bad. There's actually been several moments where they came after Rastafari too. I'm just gonna let y'all know. They came after us because of what we were talking about. I'll give you an example. Bob Marley was speaking truth. Remember, Bob Marley was a Rastafarian, but he was a white Rastafarian. But those of you don't get it misconstrued. You guys want to say Bob Marley was black? No, he wasn't. Bob Marley, father was of Edomite descent. His father was a European white man from England. That's where the name came from. Bob Marley is white. If your father's white, you're white. You are your father's seed. And I know you guys believe that too. So at the end of the day, he told us to stand up, and he believed in Yah God. He looked at it that way too, the same way I'm talking about with what Rastafari is really about. We believe in God. Listen to our music. Listen to all our music, and listen to what we talk about in our songs. Listen to Buju Banton, Sister Kalanji. I can name you some more of these artists that if you listen to them, and if you listen to me, because I've actually done some music. If you look me up online, you can find me. You can find me pretty much talking about the truth and talking about positive stuff. It's all about longevity, liberty. We like when it comes to our diet, we eat a lot of carrots, vegetables, cabbage, callaloo. Callaloo is like what y'all call collard greens. Okay, so guys, please try to know our culture before you disrespect us. That's why we having this misunderstanding between Jamaicans and African Americans of USA. We don't need to be fighting and bickering at each other like this, because there was a time when we were really at one together, even back in the ancient days. So it's time for us to stop thinking like ignorant bigots, because now, as so-called Black Americans, you guys are of your thing that you got going on. You're basically saying that you're superior to Caribbeans, and you're saying that that what we're doing is stupid. That we're gonna just die because we're so stupid, and that what you're saying is wrong. And I know I covered all all that you need to do. And if you want to reply back, reply back. I can really care less, because at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna beat your argument. Your argument is stupid. It's the most stupidest argument ever, because you're looking at someone and saying because he's this and that, oh, every one of them believe in Selassie. I don't believe in Selassie. For those who are Rastafaris that want to believe in Selassie, guess what they're doing? Jumping into the lake of fire. They jumping into the lake of fire, worshiping some false god. And guess what, Selassie? One thing you guys didn't know is ignorant people. What did Selassie say? How did Selassie feel when those people came to him in Jamaica on the airport? I'm going to explain everything about the Selassie thing so you guys so I can clear this up and clear Selassie's name, because the man is past and gone. I read everything and know everything there is to practically know about him. I'm going to actually sum this argument. This argument can actually defeat any argument against saying that Selassie is God and all this foolishness and how Rastafari is wrong, because it's not. Because Rastafari is equivalent to what you're doing. Okay, my fellow Hebrew Israelites? Number one, when Selassie came to Jamaica and all those people came around, they were excited because those Jamaicans were confused. They thought that he was God, and Selassie said, "No, I'm not." And he kept saying it over and over. But so they got to a point where, because that was getting closer to the time. You got to remember that was closer to the time of his death. Remember, Selassie died in around 74, because I wasn't born when he died. And this, when he went to Jamaica, it might have been in the 60s. And you got to remember, this is not long before he was going to pass, because this is like in the 60s going towards the 70s. So you have to look at it. He died in the 1970s, so he was never able to continue to say that I'm not. So they kept believing at the time when he was dying, and he died. When he passed, everybody's like, Selassie is God. And it became so powerful that it seemed that every Rastafari was believing in Selassie as God, and they got confusing. There's actually if you look up online, there's actually a thing that talks about that moment. So it kind of that kind of like was a movement to destroy Rastafari, to make people think that Rastafari, the media blew it out of proportion too, and then you guys are blowing it out of proportion, believing that Rastafari is a religion. And a lot of people say that it is, but Rastafari and Christianity basically, all right. The Lion of Judah. What does the Lion of Judah hold in his hand? Doesn't he hold the sword? The cross. Okay. All right. Another thing I want to say about Rastafari, even after that point, a lot of Selassie had set up. Listen to this now, and I'm talking to you guys that are in your Hebrewism thing, because I'm gonna call your stuff Hebrewism because of what you said about Rastafari, calling it Rastafarianism, because that's not what it is. A lot of Rastafari be mad because we don't like ism schism, and you really offended us. So now from now on, you guys are gonna be called Hebrewism. So you Hebrewism guys, because we don't like ism and schisms, you guys can keep that word and stick to it. Isms and schisms that Selassie told the people. And this is you guys, the so-called African Americans, the tribe of Judah, the conqueror line that you see on the hat, that I always told a lot of, and you can ask any African American that pretty much know me on Facebook or around, I always told them that they should be wearing that, because it's them, it represents their tribe. But Selassie said that he made a land, I can't remember how much, it was a big old acre of land in Africa for you guys to go back to. Have any of you guys decided to go back to Africa into that part that he bought for you guys? And he wasn't doing, not just for them alone, it's for us Jamaicans too. That's why a lot of us are gone, and a lot of y'all haven't even thought about, let me go to Africa, reinvest and do something over there, because that's closer to the Holy Land. But then again, you guys say that we're unholy and we believe in Selassie as God, right? Even though I know all these things that we're supposed to go back to Israel and return and repatriate. Listen to our song Repatriate Back to Africa. See, you guys are so unintelligent that you don't listen to music. All you do is listen to these dumb little Rastafaris, the fake ones, say that they believe in God. But I know some Rastafaris that claim to be Rastafaris that eat pork, and we're not supposed to eat pork. So I mean, if you guys gonna have to just get your heads out the rock, get your head out the gutter, because I just gave you a taste of whoop ass for a reply, because you guys made me angry to the point I could even give you a diss rap if you want, and a diss rap would destroy you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just mad to the point. I got a lot of love for you guys. I don't hate y'all or anything, but I'm just saying, man, don't accuse somebody of something that you don't know nothing about. Don't say something about something that you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black dudes, a lot of your ancestors were hanged for being accused of something that they didn't do. Remember? Now you're turning around and you're becoming the oppressor attacking us. And you don't even know that we coming to show you love and show you our ways, and we can mix our culture together. I thought that's what Pan-Africanism and being one with God was all about. That's what we need to do out of the African diaspora. Because now if you look at it, Africans don't even like you. You guys never thought about it. They look at y'all as just like how they look at us. They look at us that way too. They don't just look at you guys like that. They say that, oh, you don't speak proper English and or you don't speak a proper language, and they make fun of us. They look at us as less than nothing because our language was beaten out of us over 400 years ago. So think before you do, and do your studying. And if you have any questions about Rastafari, please come to me and I'll give you some answers. Because being a Rastafari does not mean that we believe in some man over God. We believe in Yahshua, the Messiah. That's who's going to come back and save us. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think? And then we show y'all love. Look at this. We're Jamaicans and we got Martin Luther King as a poster in our room. And then you African Americans belittle us like y'all better than us. You guys ain't even thinking about what Maurice Bishop was thinking about. What about Maurice Bishop of Grenada? He wanted to unite all of America and the Caribbean. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I know it's not going to happen because you guys don't like us. See, y'all with less than nothing. So I mean, it is what it is. But we're stupid. We don't have any sense, and we believe in a man is over God. That's what y'all say. But at the end of the day, your junk is just backfired on you because I proved you wrong. Because I'm a true Rastafari. You see my hair growing. You can see my beard. I got it cut off because I work and I have a job. At the end of the day, I work for Babylon. You know what I'm saying? So I work for the system. Okay. Babylon means the system. It means the Illuminati. It means the New World Order. It means the one world government thing that's going to happen. I know about all these little things that's going on and that you guys are talking about and all this stuff. I know that Moses and Jesus, or Yahshua, I should say better yet, had woolly hair. His eyes are like fire, which his eyes like, I say my left eye because my right eye is blind and it's blue. It's like completely blue and it's blind. Because the cornea is torn, I can't see out of it. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. And I'm not doing no sacrifice to my eye or anything like that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm proud of who I am. I don't care what no one thinks about me. I have my own record label. I'm doing what I'm doing for myself to be self-sufficient. Right now I'm struggling, but I'm going to get on my feet. But this right here had to be a dealt blow, man. This is Tru-Dru, the Tru-Dru show. And I'm showing some love, man. And I don't like what y'all did, but you know what I'm saying? God bless you. I love you still. And anytime you guys want to unite and meet a brother, we hang out together. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for that anytime. All I came to do is show peace and show love to my brethren, my people from the tribe of Judah. You got to remember, you guys didn't become king before Benjamin, so we already took that first. So, and we are and remember, Saul had a daughter and she was a princess. She had a son who was a prince. So we had all that, and you can go in the Bible and look at all that, how many kids he had. So, tribe of Benjamin, we're strong. We multiply in numbers. We are militant, we're strong-minded, and we do represent for God. Jamaica, and number two, just like how you see what's going on with African Americans, I see the same thing happen with Jamaicans. Like, for example, a lot of most Jamaicans are into the Sunday church, but you do have some Jamaicans that do believe in what you doing, and I see a lot of them, but you guys never look at them. You guys accuse all Jamaicans and you accuse all of Rastafari that we're all bad people and we only believe that Selassie is God. That could be no more further from the truth, but sending my love, God bless. Keep doing what you're doing, warriors. Try to speak the truth, but try to get all your information before you touch it. Love and Jah works. Yahweh bless you. Shalom.
Egyptian.